Well, it's the middle of July, and that means we're at the MLB All-Star break. But when the games resume, my next guest will resume her journey of singing the National Anthem at all 30 stadiums. I caught up with Allie Berke a little over a year ago, and since then, she's checked a few more stadiums off the list and has a few more historic parks on the horizon. Can't wait to hear more. Allie Berke, welcome back, and thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Oh, we're excited too. So, Allie, let's talk a little about your singing history. When did you realize you found a passion for music and that you wanted to become a singer?
So, when I was growing up, I used to love like Hannah Montana and like all that stuff. I actually grew up doing like off-Broadway things. And then as I kind of got older, I was like, this isn't kind of like the route that I want to go. And once I was 13, I kind of looked into like different artists and things like that. And I was like, like I wonder where these artists like record their music and stuff. And I found a studio based in Long Island. And I had my dad reach out to them. And it's kind of history since then. I've been with the same studio since I'm 13 and I'm 24 now. So it's been kind of crazy.
It's great to hear. Now, who were some of your singing inspirations growing up, whether they be singers, teachers? Who inspired you?
I had a lot of different inspirations growing up. I think that like when I was really young, Miley Cyrus was definitely like my inspiration. I loved the kind of like double life that she was living. And then as I got older, I just loved so many different people. I loved like Camila Cabello and Ariana Grande, things like that. And now I'm kind of centering down a little bit. I feel like I like to say as I get older. And I have to say like Adele is like my number one like inspiration that I look up to just because she's so humble, she's so grounded, and she's just literally like the most insane vocalist ever in my opinion. So I just really love her, and I think that her story is beautiful and her whole journey kind of is incredible.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Adele for sure. Now, singing at all 30 MLB stadiums, what made you decide to pursue this and how did the idea come about?
So when I got a chance to sing at Fenway a few years ago, that was like number five. We weren't really keeping track at that point, but we were like, hey, like how interesting would it be like if somebody were to do this at all 30? And we kind of did some research on it, and there has been a few people that have done it, but I don't think anybody's really completed the journey recently, I want to say. And if they have, I don't think they've gotten like a lot of like media or press about it. So absolutely like kudos to whoever else has done it. I'm not trying to like step on anybody's toes or anything like that. But I think it's also just like something cool to say that I did, and it's a big accomplishment that 30 major league teams would even allow me to come in to sing.
Now, 18 stadiums so far. Talk about the stadiums you have coming up, as well as some of the other stadiums you've checked off the list since since the last time we spoke. Some of the ones you've sung at this season.
So the 18th one coming up in 2 weeks is for the Dodgers. That's extremely, extremely exciting. I think it's one of the bigger ones. I thought that the Dodgers would probably be number 30. So the fact that I'm doing it as number 18 is kind of crazy to me. Since we last spoke, I've gotten to do some really cool things. I got to sing for the New Jersey Devils at the Prudential Center. I got to sing for the New York Liberty at Barclays, Met Stadium for the Giants, which was insane. I just did the White Sox this season, and I did the San Francisco Giants, so that's been really cool. And then I have two more after the Dodgers for this season so far. So after this season, if everything stays the same, I'll be at 20 out of 30.
Oh, that's two-thirds of the way. That's awesome to hear. Now, have you gotten to meet any players along your journey, and are there any you're looking forward to potentially meeting?
So I haven't really gotten to get close to any of the players, unfortunately. They keep everybody like pretty separate. I would love to meet some of the players at some point. I just know from experience, like all these other places that I've been, they keep it very separate. I don't really get even within like 20 feet of them. So it kind of stinks, but also it's cool. Like they get to hear me sing. So
Yeah,
gotta
at
take
least
what you can get.
they get to hear you. So you've got a few good stadiums on the horizon: Dodger Stadium, Kauffman Stadium. Those are actually some of the older stadiums left. What's a stadium you haven't gone to yet that you can't wait to get to?
Definitely the Yankees. I think just being like a New York girl, Yankee Stadium's huge. I've seen concerts there before, so I think that's gonna be like one of the bucket list ones. That's literally on my vision board as like a goal. So that's gonna be really cool when I get to do it. I have a feeling that they will be number 30. I always said that the Dodgers or Yankees will be number 30, so hopefully not, but we'll see what happens.
Something to look forward to. Well, you're a fantastic singer, but at times we can all be our own worst critics. Do you ever look back on a performance and say, maybe I should have done something differently? And do you go into your next performance thinking, let me try it this way? Or do you attack every performance the same way?
So I think that I am my own worst critic 30 seconds after I get off the stage. I am somebody that literally will watch back something 200 times in one day and be like, oh, like, I don't know, I don't know. But I think like at this point, like I've been doing it for so long, it's like you always just go out there with your best foot forward and like you're always trying your best. So I think that at some point you have to kind of just like understand that like you're a human being and the show that you put on is your best at that time and you can't really beat yourself up for like the one like little mishap that you have within 30 shows. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all human, and I think that as time goes on, like I'm going to have great shows, I'm going to have not so great shows, I'm going to have like mid shows, you know what I mean? So I think just kind of like staying humble with myself and just understanding that is a big part of it.
And it's never as bad as you think it is. Now, you don't just sing at
Yeah.
stadiums, you also have a music career. Talk about some of the projects you're working on now.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I have a new single coming out for the summertime. It's called Am I Ready Now? I haven't even really announced it, so you guys are the first to hear it about it. I'm really excited about it. It's a very different kind of song for me, and I'm gonna start teasing it on like social media and things like that. So I think it's gonna be like a new like step into the realm of Allie Berke's next chapter. So I'm really excited.
Awesome. Now, do you feel like these appearances at all these stadiums has given you more exposure as a singer? Has it led to a bigger following and has it opened up more opportunities for you?
So I think that it has helped me like reach a newer audience, but we're still in the middle of everything. We're still like on the rise with everything. So I think that as time goes on, I'm hoping that more people catch my attention.
Now, last question. I know your dad, Jack Berke, represents you. I know he really cares about your career. Can you talk about his influence over you during this journey?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like crazy. I think all the stuff that we've been through over the past, like, I guess 10, 11 years, everything. So, his influence has brought me as far as I am now. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without him. So I am extremely, extremely thankful and grateful for him that he's with me on this journey because, having a supportive parent is everything that you could ever ask for. So it's really great. And we have a lot of fun doing it together.
That's so true. Allie Berke, the Anthem girl, best of luck on making it to all 30 major league stadiums. And thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.